What's cracking, people? Angelic Mayhem here. Welcome to Today in Gaming for Wednesday, March the 27th, 2013. Here's everything that I can find on the web and some that I found in the little book of coupons you get in the junk mail. Today in Gaming, Calypso released a trailer at GDC today for their stealth vampire game, Dark. The game allows users to sneak into buildings and take down guards using a host of magical powers, submission holds, and, oh yeah, you can bite people. The game has some familiar mechanics like the blink feature from Dishonored and the body-hiding necessities of titles like Splinter Cell. It looks like a pretty solid game and I encourage you to check it out. No launch date is yet, but I'll keep you posted. Today in Gaming, GammaSutra.com has an interview with Mark Cerny, lead system architect for the Sony PlayStation 4, about the new system and the behind-the-scenes stuff at Sony that brought the next-generation console to fruition. He also talks about how the limitations of the Cell processor, which runs the PlayStation 3, is notoriously difficult to code for, and how they're trying to avoid these same problems with the newest version of their console. It's a really good article, and I highly recommend it. Today in Gaming, Games HQ Media posted pre-alpha gameplay footage of the game Age of Wonders 3, a Civilization-esque strategy game, on their YouTube page. The game is gorgeous. The game features magical spells that allow you to terraform, and magical hero units and armies that you can use to fend off invaders into your land. There's also dragons. I love dragons. Triumph Studios, the developer of this game, and the Overlord games on Xbox 360, hasn't released an official launch date yet, only an estimate of autumn of this year. Today in Gaming, the much-anticipated port of Terraria has finally made it to the game consoles. It's available on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. Today in Gaming, Big Fish, a leading casual gaming website, announced that they have had 2 billion downloads since the company launched its website back in 2002. They have a wide selection of PC games, Mac games, as well as online games. Today in Gaming, VideoGamer.com posted an article in which creative director Lars Gustafsson of DICE, developers of the newest iteration of the Battlefield franchise, expressly stated that you will not be able to play as a female in the multiplayer modes of Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 has been growing in popularity since it was announced, and even more so after it was revealed that it would be the debut game for the Frostbite 3 engine, which will allow you to demolish buildings, experience smoother animations, and generate advanced weather conditions. Rumors had been spreading online about the possible inclusion of female avatar models, but sadly, those rumors were false. EA and DICE also released a 17-minute gameplay trailer called Fishing in Baku from the single-player campaign on their YouTube page. That looks absolutely incredible. The part where the guy is walking through the graffiti hallways and the flooded floors is phenomenal. Today in Gaming, the ultra-violent, yet ultra-popular video game Hotline Miami is slated to be ported to the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita sometime this spring. While Devolved hasn't set an official launch date yet, they did put out an announced trailer, which you can see by clicking on the link below. Today in Gaming, Rock Paper Shotgun got a look at a new game called Space Hulk from developer Full Control Studios while roaming around the floor at GDC. They posted some screenshots and an interview they conducted with Thomas Lund, one of the guys at the booth, who talks about the game mechanics and graphic styles. Today in Gaming, in MMO news, the developers of the upcoming online game Wildstar have published a developer diary discussing the real estate portion of their game. The plot of Wildstar is that a brand new planet called Nexus is discovered in space, and everyone and their mother is rushing to colonize it. This land rush results in some good conflict and an opportunity for you to claim a nice parcel of land and plop down a house of your own. That's where the video comes in. In addition to one-on-one neighborly conflicts, there's a plot arc involving two factions, the Refugees and the Dominion, that promises to keep you hip-deep in action and adventure. Wildstar hasn't reached beta yet, but I'm sure there'll be a lot more news coming out soon, and I'll keep you informed. Today in Gaming, Watch Dogs is a new title slated for release at the end of this year. It's a third-person shooter that takes place in the not-too-distant future and follows the path of Aiden Pierce, a hacker who uses the technologically advanced city to his benefit. Not much is known about the plot yet. However, Ubisoft launched a trailer on their YouTube page with a neat twist. It uses the trailer they posted before and analyzes it, giving us a glimpse into how Adrian Pierce's enemies will try to catch him. It's very clever and features some nice gameplay footage. Today in gaming, Aussie Gamers is reporting that BioWare will be shutting down servers for their beleaguered title Star Wars The Old Republic in Australia and Oceania due to a lack of popularity amongst gamers there. This is a complicated process because all of the user accounts that are on the Doom servers now need to be moved to new North American servers so that those few players who were playing don't lose all their information. Today in gaming, 16-Bit Arena is a 9 vs 9 turn-based battle arena game featuring old-school Nintendo-style graphics and gameplay mechanics. The game also allows players to squirrel away their turns and then unleash them all later once their enemy is effectively weakened, and also awards cards and gems in various other game modes that you can then use in the arena. You can get this game on Amazon.com, IndieCity.com, or via Steam. Today in gaming, Siberian Strike is a new DLC pack for the first-person sniper game, Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. This new area is a large, open-world map with many opportunities for multiple solutions to problems that come up during the game. Unlike in the core game, the area is unguided, so players must fend for themselves using only their wits and their map. The pack is available on Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, and Steam. Today in gaming, launching on Steam on Monday, April the 1st, 2013, Dawn of Fantasy Kingdom Wars is a 3D MMO real-time strategy game with a medieval theme and real-time siege combat. The developers released a gameplay trailer today, which shows people being slaughtered by the thousands and flaming arrows so plentiful they illuminate the night sky. This thing is going to be crazy. Today in gaming, Games Industry International was at GDC this week and spoke with EA Labels president Frank Gibeau about the launch of SimCity 5 and Always On DRM. Gibeau refuted the idea that EA forced Maxis to use DRM. In fact, he then went on to say that DRM is a failed dead-end strategy and acknowledged that EA did a poor job in branding SimCity as an MMO, the intention of the game from concept. You can read the entire article on gamesindustry.biz. Today in gaming, one of my favorite games, PID, is currently on sale for $3.99 US on GOG.com. PID is an action platformer that follows the adventures of a little boy who falls asleep on a school bus and wakes up in a strange new world full of grumpy old robots. If you haven't played this one yet, now is a great time to pick it up. Today in gaming, on Kickstarter today, I found a cool project called Planet Explorers, which is an open-world sandbox RPG set on a distant planet. The game allows users to terraform the planet using OpenCL and the Unity 3D engine. The game will launch on Windows, Mac, and Linux. The graphics aren't that great, and the underwater swimming thing never really works in video games, but the concept is solid, and I think this could be a really cool project. Click on the link below to check it out. Today in gaming, GamesIndustry.biz is reporting that one of the many surprising facts to come out of GDC this week has to do with Facebook games. Over 100 game development companies have earned over $1 million in advertising revenues by developing social games on Facebook, a total of $2.8 billion US in 2012 alone. Mind you, this is literally game developers farming humans for ad revenue. Roughly 20% of the daily audience who uses Facebook use it to play games. Currently, Facebook games are based around the casual gamer market, but the powers that be at Facebook have said openly that they're looking to develop relationships and software for core gamers to bolster the system. Well, that's it for this episode. If you have a gaming-related piece of news, email me with the press release link or whatever to angelicmayhem@yahoo.com. That's angelic with a K, and I'll add it to the queue. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, please click the link button or subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily updates on the video game industry. That's it for today. Tune in next time for another exciting episode of Today in Gaming. I'm Angelic Mayhem, and I'll see you later.